Hi, family. Welcome to Glorifier Worship Ministries. We're so glad you're here. If this is your first time, welcome. We ask that you hit the subscribe button, share and like with all your family and friends. We do daily devotions here, and today's devotion is knowing God's guidance. Yesterday, we talked about our true guidance, and today we're talking about knowing God's true guidance. We must first yield ourselves to God before we can know His guidance. God wants to rule in our hearts before He guides us and directs our steps. Guidance comes out of relationship. Elizabeth Elliot, in her book on guidance, reminds us that when God spoke to Moses from out from the burning bush, first came the I am. Then came the do this. First, we have to know I am before He gives us instructions what to do next. It would be no different if I didn't know you. I wouldn't share intimate details of my life or instructions or patterns no more than you would share with the next. So that guidance comes out of relationship and to know that relationship on a personal level. And this is where Moses was learning himself. He had to first encounter the I am. And then came the do this. When it comes to our future, Elizabeth Elliot also reminds us that God knows the way. He has been over every foot of it. The psalmist David tells us in Psalms 31:3, "For you are my rock and my fortress. Therefore, your name's sake, lead me and guide me." Before David asked God to lead and guide him, David knew that God was his rock and fortress. He was his safety, his protection, and his security. Because David trusted God for his life, he could also trust God for his future. And how many of you want to trust Him for your future? I trust Him for my now. I want to trust Him for my future, and I know you do too. David did not ask God to guide him in ways that would make David look good, but that would exalt the Lord's name. So when we do a heart check and we look and see to know that God is guiding us and knowing that the relationship will be stewarded well through that He will reveal what He has for us in our next steps, in our next journey, in our relationship and walk with the Lord. He's always faithful. I trust today's devotion helped you. If you would like to subscribe, like, comment, let us know how we could be a blessing to you. We would also ask if you have a prayer request or if you have questions, please comment below. We would love to hear from you. Stay connected, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.